Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, finally started exploring Scadu Altus. Yep. Yeah, we finally made it up here to Altus, or Shadow Plateau, as I'm gonna call it, because Scadu or Shadu, or however you want to pronounce it, means shadow. So Shadow Altus we're on. We first thing we did was we grabbed the map fragment. I think it was like over here to uncover basically this whole thing right here. And then after that, we came down here near Elder's Hovel. We took the shortcut up the cliffside into Fort of Reprimand. Kind of went in the back way, behind the fort. Cleared it out. There was 2 or 3 Omen Killers, some Mesmer foot soldiers, and a Black Knight boss. I forget his name. I don't quite remember his name. But he had a twin blade, so I'm not quite used to them. So that boss fight was kind of a mess. But we got it done, so. He did give us the Ash of War aspects of the Crucible wings. I might try it. I don't know. It is a cool Ash of War, especially if you have it on like twin blades. It does like little corkscrew attack. The only problem with that Ash of War is that it pushes you forward by a lot. Like you'll probably overshoot your target more often than not, unless you're using a weapon other than a twin blade, which is a really long range thrust attack, which is also really good. But so we might use it. Who knows? Picked up the Flame Drake +3 talisman, the Iris of Occlusion. I think it's pronounced Occlusion. We'll need for NPC quest lines, 2 of them in fact. But America's rune, like the largest consumable rune in the game. It'll give you like 80,000 runes when you consume it. And I believe there's only the one in the fort. Yep, I cleared that out. Came outside. There's 2 abductor virgins out here that dropped more consumable runes. Then we headed north, where there was a fight between a ghost flame dragon and a bunch of Mesmer soldiers and knights. The dragon did win, and then we fought the dragon, and then we won. And I believe he was the last ghost flame dragon in the game. So he gave us a heart and a somber ancient smithing stone. So I think I'm sitting on like 6 or so, 5 or 6 smithing stones, ancient sombers. So I'll put them to use, don't worry. There are some weapons I do want to use. And then after that, we explored this area, grabbed another shadow fragment, or shadow blessing fragment. Try to hop across. We can't. There's an invisible wall, invisible barrier like over here somewhere. Can't cross it. So we hop back down, skirt this way, grabbed a revered spirit ash in this little area. And that was it. Next, I decided I didn't want to clear this area just yet. I'd rather go this way first. So that was it. Trying to think what else I did. Upgraded our blessing levels, both Shadow Blessing and Spirit Ash Blessing. So now they're on 8 and 6. Yeah, Shadow Tree Blessing level 8 and Spirit Ash Blessing level 6. Pretty solid. Yep, and that was it. That's all I did. Between episodes, I didn't do anything. In fact, I didn't really change up anything at all. The only thing I changed up was a talisman and got rid of a spell. But yep, that's all I did. And for today, we're just going to continue exploring Scadu Altus. We're probably going to go this way and then swing south. Yeah, because there's a little NPC invasion over here. And I think there's another one of Moore's scavenger brew up here somewhere. But I want to go here, do the NPC invader, find the brood guy, and then swing south. And then I'll do a whole bunch of drop downs back into Castle Ensis where we couldn't get to while inside. The several drop downs we have to do from outside. I think there's like there's one over here, one over here. This little thing we have to drop down to the outside. I'm trying to think of what else we had to drop down from outside. Well, there's really those two main areas. This little area and this little area. Then we'll clear out this zone. There's a teleporter here. We'll take that as well. And yeah, that's the plan for today. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's my plans for today. And our equipment for today is going to be very similar to what we had last episode. Blood-infused Milady, because it's awesome. I really do like it. Retreat bow, although putting the keen affinity on and then doing like a weapon buff like electrify armament would probably be better. I might do that. Seal, shield. I'd probably change this out to the serpent one. Meh. We'll keep it. No. Nah, we'll keep it. The only reason I would change it to the serpent one is because the invader, it's Fire Knight Qui line, and he'll do a lot of fire attacks. But I plan on using, Hand of Melania, Waterfowl Dance him to death, hopefully in one go. So I may not need a shield. Festive Hood, Rolana's armor, Blythe's gauntlets and greaves because it looks cool. It's probably one of my favorite armor get-ups. Although you can't beat the Deathbird. Where is it? Yeah, the Gravebird. That Gravebird setup is probably my favorite. Bulgo Talisman, so I have over 51 effective poise. Rounded Wing Sword because Milady's a combo machine. Rolana's Cameo, because this thing is really powerful if you're going to do stances. That 45% damage boost from holding a stance for like a second, if that. So, yeah. And we're going to be using the wing stance. So, yeah, we get a nice, almost 50% boost. I mean, it will stack with Alexander's Shard, so I might change that out. But having the constant FP regen from the Blue Dew Talisman is just really strong. Especially when your FP costs are like 8 and 10 apiece. After like 16 and 20 seconds, you're back. You just recouped your cost. Flask. Oh, I forgot. Why do I? Oh yeah, I had the Holy Crack for the dragon. Forgot to change that out. I'll have the Green Burst and the Hearts here and here. Well, no. We'll go Green Burst and the Thorny Cracked here because we're going to be waterfowling, so multi-hit's good for that. Hefty Pots, Crab, Rolo, just in case. Still got to upgrade the what's his face? The Black Knight guy. I keep forgetting that. Crab, Stone. Stats. Spells are Catch Flame, Lightning Spear, Pest Threads, Aeonia, Vow and Heal. That's probably like my standard spell setup. What am I exploring? Stats. All right. And I do have Rykard's Great Rune still active, so we will get heal on kills, which is always nice. Yep, rain. All right. So let me just change some things up and we'll get going. Put on Thorny Cracks. We'll change that to a Keen. And we'll add, oops. Ionia is my favorite incantation. We'll add lightning, because lightning is the best. Alright. Alright. Oh no, let me put the daytime just so it's easier to see. And hopefully it stops raining. Even though raining would boost electrify armament. Alright. So first stop is that church. It looks like a church, a cathedral. Excuse this horn scent. Ah, yes. We're going to be facing probably a number of Mesmer soldiers coming up on our way to that cathedral. Don't get too close to the encampment over here. We don't want to break Mikla's Great Rune yet. Save the horse. Thank you. Yep. Now they'll start dropping the Bliss Bone Shards. Although I think it's one of their rarer drops. I think. Excuse us, guys. We don't want to fight you. Looks like we got another guy on horseback. Nice. Gotcha. Oh. He like phased through the ground. Thank you. Goodbye, horse. Don't mind us. Alright, so we're gonna... Let's see. Uncharged. Not quite. Charge should definitely do it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Take out the dogs first. No, sir. And those guys drop the bone shards as well. Just want to clear out the soldiers so they don't interfere. Take him outside the range. Oh no, it's just inside. Cool. Bam. Spear in his armor. Okay. Before we go inside, we're going to change up some of our equipment real quick. Alright, let's get our... I gotta put some of this stuff away. Melania, we'll keep that. We'll change that for that. We'll change this for... Lord of Bloods. Hopefully we can proc a bleed. This might be a good idea. Hopefully get some more bleed proc build up. Alright. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be rotting him, to be honest. Alright. So we'll get inside. Once we see the little indicator of an invasion, we'll drink our flask, cast our vow. Did I pick up the talisman yet? Okay. Just wondering if I had the two-handed talisman yet, but we don't. Okay. Alright. Hopefully this goes well. There's the invasion.
Thou shalt not evade the flame of Mesmer.
Hello, buddy. I mean... yeah, you stopped.
Grace.
Fire Knight Queeline drops Flame Skewer and the Prayer Room Key. Yeah, that fight was kind of, didn't quite go to plan, but I blame him for not, for him stopping to cast his little spell. But, yeah, we got it done. Hand to Melania, multi-hit with bleed. Oof. It's just really strong. And I didn't even use my, my Sacred Flesh. Alright. But we got him done. That's his second and final invasion for us. He invades twice. Up in Ballarat and here. Oh, that gave us 2 fragments. Nice. That's enough fragments to upgrade the blessing level again. Okay, I thought there was only 1 in here, but I'm not surprised there's 2. Alright. But yeah, once you beat Queenline in both invasions, he moves on to his final location in the prayer room, which is why we needed the key in order to get to it. I think he's out here somewhere. Is he up there? I'm trying to find this. I'm pretty sure the Forager Brood guy is up here somewhere. I just don't want to get too close. Up there he is. Yep. It's like he's huddled. As some say he's injured, but it looks to me like he's cold. That was my clue to use one of these. It took me a minute to figure out what the hell was going on. And it looked like he was shivering. I was like, warming stone? But no. So now he's all better. I think we have to quit and reload to interact with him. So let's quit out, reload, see if we can interact with him. Yeah, 'cause some say he was injured, but when I looked at him, I didn't see any blood splatter on him like he was attacked or anything. Okay, there we go. Talk. Brewed Cookbook number 4. And some Shadow Sunflowers. Yeah. Holy Proof Pickled Liver. Will be very useful later on. Prayer Room Key. Inside the Church District of the Shadow Keep. Just kind of tells you where it is. Yep. Skill of Queeline the Fire Knights. Queeline of the Fire Knights. Yep. It's a weak. It does a weaker Giant's Hunt, and then it has like a follow up to it. So the animation is basically Giant Hunt. It's like you squat down, step forward, heavy thrust upwards. So, and then it has a follow-up. So Church of the Crusade. All right, so we'll just swing around this way, see what's over here, and then we'll go talk to Moore, because I think Moore has something to say about the us helping the Forager Brood. Maybe he'll give us a reward. Who knows? He better give us a reward. Okay, there may not be anything over here. Maybe some more soldiers, maybe. Or just a bunch of sheep. I figured there'd be something more. The fog's rolling in. Okay. These extra furry moorhorn animals lying about, I think they have a greater chance of dropping spirit horns, one of the new craftable items in the DLC. So I'm going to try and take them out every time we see them, just so I can get it. I'm pretty sure they have a greater chance of dropping it. I think all animals can drop it, but they have a bit better chance. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure they do. I wanted to get both of them in that one combo, but nope. All right, more Mesmer soldiers. That's what I thought. All right, so next would be going this way, but let me go to talk to Moore, see if he has anything new to say. I think he does. Then once we talk to him, we'll go back and continue on.
Righteous
Oh. Speak of the cross where the eye was abandoned. That was the one we found last episode, I think.
I am much obliged. I can hardly believe it. He's divested himself of his very eye. Tender Miquella's eye is no mere morsel of flesh. It is a vessel of soaring grace, proof of his Empyrean lineage. I wonder, does Miquella the Kind intend to sever his very birthright, his fate as a child of the Earth Tree?
Well, I think that's what the others believe. I think Hornsent believes something like that. You know, the right, the wrong of the past. And I think in order to do that, Miquella has to, sever his connection to the past. And I like how the eyes is the proof of one's lineage, or whatever Ansbach just said. Like, the saying, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And, so I think that's kind of what's implied here, or referencing here. The eyes is grace, huh? And like how you just mentioned, eye, singular, one eye. Like Miquella only has one eye. Okay, instead of two. More? I found one of your buddies.
Welcome.
Anything new? Nope.
Oh, I know. This is for you. The Forager Brood give their thanks.
Brood Cookbook number 7. So yeah, he does give this to us when we rescue the other forager by the Church of Crusade. All right. Gives us ability to craft Spirit Raisin and Charming Branch. Charming Branch. Use FP to charm stabbed enemy and surrounding enemies. Huh? Oh, so this is bewitch one enemy. This is bewitch enemy and the guys around him. That could be useful. That could be very useful in some situations. Sneak up on one guy in a group, use this, tag, half of them, and then they'll start fighting each other. Yeah. Those who would otherwise be at each other's throats are united in service to Mikola, as long as the charm that binds them remains intact. Well, yeah, I would say so. Alright, more?
Many things we have found. I like finding things for you. Things.
Okay, so he's back to, things bring joy to all. Goodbye. Alright. I don't think Freya has anything. The lady probably doesn't. Alright, let's go back and hopefully continue on. Yeah, Moore's a good guy, but he's a real pain in the butt in the Let a fight, so we're gonna have to be evil when the time comes. And I honestly don't like being evil. Yeah, evil people have more fun, but I just can't do it. I just try not to do it. Alright, so now we're gonna head down this way. Do I want to keep... Yeah, we'll keep this way. Yeah, because the little headless troll ghost guy. You know what? I'm not sure if he respawns, so let's go find out. Well, as a ghost guy, I don't think he can be rotted. Oh, I rolled right into it. And I was not expecting him to do that. Ah. Camera. Oh, alright. Sweet. 9 somber 8s. Oh boy. Okay, that usually means he doesn't respawn, but that could also mean it's a one-time drop. You know what? Let's warp back and find out. I'm curious if it was a one-time drop or if he doesn't respawn. Alright, troll. Are you back? It does not look like it. I don't think he respawns. We'll keep an eye out for him, but... Nope. Alright, I don't think he respawns. Cool. So take him out once, get your 9 smithing 8s, and you're good to go. Calm down. Actually, we want to go this way. Actually, let me go picking up that raisin reminded me we have the ability to craft spirit raisins, and I want to know what they do. Spirit raisins. Spectral steed pushes back enemies when breaking into gallop. Push enemies back when breaking into gallop. Effect ends after a short time. Okay. Additionally claimed to enhance one's spirituality, but Torrent seems to have a taste for it. Well, let's make some. I want to see how it works. I don't think it'll do a lot of damage. It might do some. Probably enough to cause like a knockback. Nope. Let's see if we can find an enemy. Knight on horseback, you know. Not a good one. All right. Just a little late. Ow. These guys have funky hitbox timing. Yeah, that was it. Come on. Yeah, way too soon. And I find their little timing's kind of funky. Oh wow, you have a bit more health. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, I find their little swing timing is kind of odd. Like you have to parry a bit before he swings, but a bit after. It's yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'll get used. I got used to it, but it's still funky. Shadow sunflowers. The mausoleum. You cannot jump this, no matter how much you try. There is a spirit spring you can take to get up there, but it's like down here. Down here somewhere. So. Oh, there's a grace. Okay. Grace. Sure, why not? We'll rest. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can upgrade our Shadow Blessing. I forgot we picked up 2. We only need 2. Rank 9. Now we need 3. Oh, and I gotta change out my flask. I'm sorry. Hearts here. Okay. This is one of the drop-down points. Actually, I think it's over there. Well, no, that's one way. But this is the other. Right over here. Yep, right here. Drop down, you get onto the ramparts over there. I'm pretty sure there's a boss fight in that little tower. Another Black Knight boss. And then we drop down to all of them. And I think that'll clear out that little section. So let's drop down. Drop down again. I don't think there's any items on one of these ledges. Alright. Fog Rift Fort. I kind of clump this with Castle Ensis because it's like right here. It's like right next to it, but I guess it's its own little thing. Hmm. Yeah, he's too far. Yeah. Thank you. Huh, I thought there was more. Man. Well, they gave you fire arrows just for this. Oops. Didn't even do that. I'm pretty sure there's a guy on one of these. Yep, there he is. Think I can thread it? I think so. Bam. Flesh mushroom, probably so you can fire, you know, the hefty pot instead. Oops. And there's the boss, Black Knight boss. But instead, it should be able to come here. Oh, saws. Ow. Did he fall off? He fell off. Wow. Let's clear out the little barrels. Because we can. Alright. Not taking any chances. Do not take any chances. Greater Potentate Cookbook number 3. Gives us access to the hefty oil pots, which I believe increases the next fire damage instance by 65%. I want to say it's 65. It might be a bit more. But we'll do that boss last. Okay, I thought there was dogs, but it looks like it's just soldiers and foot soldiers. See if we can't get a better angle. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab a hefty pot. No, we'll try sleep. You know, throw sleep pots at the guys on the little ballista fire flamethrower things. All right. Yeah, my only concern was I thought there was dogs down here. It could still be dogs, but let's find out. Are you just gonna take out your bow? Oh, yeah. Nowhere near far enough. There we go. And they'll actually sleep, so you don't have to worry about them. Thank you. Take this moment to get more sleep pots. Way missed, yeah. There we go. I'm trying to get the guys on the little flamethrowers. Sir. Luckily, they sleep for a minute, so should be good. Hey. Hey. There we go. There we go. Now most of these guys are pacified, so we can just, All right, easy peasy. Yeah, don't worry, the chests don't break, not that I've noticed. Even the old school Dark Souls ones you find here and there, they don't break. At least not that I've seen. Serpent Flail. Very interesting flail weapon. Yeah, the Ash of War empowers the flail, so the next time it smacks the ground, usually through like an R2, like your strong attack, it'll cause like a little explosion. So let's see if I can demonstrate it. Powered. Bam. Explodes. It's actually pretty strong, and with the right build, we might be able to pull it off. But I'm not used to it, so I'll make it look bad. But it's a good weapon. I mean, don't get me wrong. All right. I wonder if we can sleep the Black Knight guy. That is a good question. Although I have a feeling once we get close, he's going to auto patrol outside the building. He's going to spot us. You know what? Drink this. Do this. And we'll see if we can't sleep him. There's this auto patrol. Alright, so it's not a sleep stagger. Okay. I was wondering if it was a sleep or a stagger, but it's a stagger. Alright, so we're visible. He is a boss, so just be careful. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, a bit too soon. Caught us on the back tongue. Blah. Why can't we get that crucible aspect? Let's call it frog tongue. Pretty sure you can parry that, but I don't want to find out. Oh, we hit his shield. And he drops his black steel great shield. Alright, so he can't be slept, but it's a stagger. It's a sleep stagger. It's not full on sleep. Which, alright, but he caught us with the tongue. The aspect of the crucible tongue. That's what I call it, because you can't get it in game, so there's which is sad. Makes me sad. He was guarding 8/7s. All right. What's over here? Ooh, a whole bunch of flames. Yeah, I saw that. Now that was slick. All that for a somber 2. I'm pretty sure we jumped his fireball. That was a good one. Alright. I think there was this drop down here. Thank you. Don't think there's any soldiers, but I'm not too sure. Ladder. Alright, ladder, where do you go? Another ladder up. Okay. That tower right there is where we got Milady. Just to give you an idea of where we are. We have Arrow Soaring Sting. Alright. It's like a combination of the Arrow Reach and Arrow Sting talisman all in one. I want to say it stacks with the Arrow Reach. It stacks with one of them. But oh, almost missed. But I want to say it stacks with one of the Arrow talismans, but I can't remember which one. It does. I don't think it stacks with both. It just stacks with one. All right. Oh, that's a bird. I'm like, item? No, it's just a... I forgot. Yeah, it's just a loot drop from the bird. No item. fact, I'm pretty sure you can't get down there. You might be able to. I don't think there's anything down here, so... Yeah, nothing down here. Okay. This should probably just lead us back. Yeah, that's... How do we... Oh, we got down there from... Yeah, on the way to Fog Rift Catacombs, you can come down there. Okay. Alright, so nothing over here. So this is cleared out. I think there's like another drop down over here. Yeah, okay. So let us go here. And we'll do that other drop down, and then we'll do the portal, and then we'll call an episode. I like it. I think the other drop down is this way. Oop, oop, oop. Too high. Shit. No, it's over here. I think you have to go past the little teleporter. Alright. There's a dog right there. We could drop down here, but I don't think it gets us anywhere. I think it just puts us back into the little forward progress of Castle Ensis. So there's that bridge we cross, this probably takes us down, and then drop down on top of the dog. Alright, so we're gonna go over here. Because there's that astrolabe that we couldn't get to from inside the castle. There's a chest right here, so we can drop down and get that. I think we use, and then we get over, and then from there we can get down there. I think it's right there. Yep, okay. Alright, so we'll drop down here and then... Oop, oop. Free money is free. And there's the Grace. There should be a cross Mikola below us. Free money is free, and then we'll drop down. Back into Castle Ensis. See anybody? Chest. Vicarian Sorcery Sword. Very, very interesting weapon. The strong attack is replaced with the ability to cast sorceries. A smaller piercing sword. So it's a thrusting weapon, so your R1 is going to be a series of thrusts. The Ash of War on it's impaling thrust. So it's a pretty solid thrusting sword in and of itself. Functions as a catalyst for glintstone sorcery when executing strong attacks. Yeah, it doesn't have a sorcery scaling on here, but I'm pretty sure, I believe anyway, that the sorcery scaling is your magic. I want to. That's what I think. I can't be sure because I'm not quite sure where it says it's scaling in the parameter files. I'll have to look again, but my gut instinct is that it's scaling your sorcery damage off of the magic attack power. That's what makes sense. At least to me, that makes sense. So, and since your magic scaling is based off your intelligence, I would think it makes even more sense. But that's just a guess. I don't know the definitive answer to that question. Right, so that's death. We're in Castle Ensis, so we can't use Torrent. I'm trying to figure out how to get over. Because there is an item over there. I'm wondering how we get over there. I want to say it might be one of these. Yeah, that's death. That's the bridge. Yeah, I figured that would happen. That is a good question. I remember getting over there, I just can't remember how. That might be how. Okay. That might be how. Alright. I think I know. Okay, I don't think we jump over any of those walls, but I think there's another way across. Because I think we might need Torrent, but we can't use Torrent inside the castle, which is where we were. Alright. Yeah, 'cause this takes us down this way. Skeletons, anybody? No skeletons. Glove fort, sure, why not? That looks like an item, but I don't. It's shiny. Oh no, okay, it was just a spirit gravestone. Since we're not in the castle, we can use Torrent still. Yeah, there's the. Okay, it's dropped us lower than I expected. So that way it takes us up there. Unless you have to jump those walls, but how would you do that in order to get up there? I'm gonna try one more time, see if I can find a way down. I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it's the right way. In fact, I want it to be daytime for this. And I'll spend my runes so I don't lose them. Focused on getting 60 vigor. Alright, so... this is too high. So we make our way, it's the same way we get the Karian sorcery sword. I have to jump off because it'll be inside Castle Ensis at that point. The only way I can think of is to do this, but it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right though, that's the thing. I mean, it'll work. I'm pretty sure it'll work. So once we get onto those rooftops, we're good. Should try to keep going, aim for over there. You know what? Oh. That was close. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's not how you get over here. I think you have to, you know, jump over that railing up there. But it seemed a bit too high. You can't use Torrent either, so... we're still in Castle Ensis right now. Starlight Shard. I'll always take them. Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure that's not how you get over here, but that works. We got very lucky with the sprinting jump. Just following this little way. Trying to figure out where we are. Okay. Yeah, that leads us over to another. I think he had another Starlight Shard on him. This will lead us back into the castle. Okay, I know where we are. Because this will lead us into that little cave area with the 3 dogs that we dropped down into. Alright. I think that's actually everything in Castle Ensis. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so one last thing is we'll take the little teleporter and see where it goes. I know it goes to a zone off by itself. But alright, yeah, I think that was all the drop downs into Castle Ensis that were left. Okay. Interesting little legacy dungeon where parts of it you can't get to from the inside. You have to go outside to do it. So, I like it. It's a cool little dungeon. pretty straightforward, not too big, but very important. Alright. It's one of those imbued imps. So if you have an imbued key from the base game, or if you find the last one from inside Castle Ensis, this is where you use it at. That may not help us, but we'll keep it anyway. Use our imbued sword key. It's lost, but the gate is now open. Let us travel. Ancient ruins of Ra. Teleport us a decent way. Yeah, it's the next level in those horned warriors. The divine bird warriors. I'm pretty sure I can take them on, but this is the Raw ruins. Yeah, screw it. Let's go, Rolo. We have a bird man to put down. Alright, birdie bird. Zap. Not too bad. Yeah, too soon. Oh. Yeah, I think that's a different combo. Oh. Alright. Mr. Birdman. He has some different combos. I should have known he had some different ones from the Horned Warriors, but it wasn't too bad. Can never be too prepared. I am pretty sure this little area is isolated. I don't think you can get anywhere else from here. At least I don't think so. Yeah, that's too high. Just gonna scan the peripheries real quick. Pick up some runes. Free money is always free. You can see how high up we are. The fog and the plateau. Little furnace golem. Shadow keep right there. Good, nice veil. There's the Cathedral of Manus Matir. And the little sorcerer eyes right there above the head. Church of the Crusade. I think that's Castle Ensis right there. There's the suppressing pillar. Bellarat. The fog keeps you from seeing other things. Yeah. It's Jagged Peak. It's a nice little vista. Oh, I know what's over there. There's a, if I'm not mistaken, the other dancing lion's up there. I'm almost positive he's up there. Yes, I said the other dancing lion. There's two of them, which is, I expected, The trailer showed, at least 3, maybe 4. So I would expect there to be more than one. Let's get this going. Item? Oh. Okay. Wow. That was very helpful. Oh. Raw burrow. Relic found in the ancient ruins of Ra. In the center of the stone is a small nest-like hole. Once this is inhabited by a sprite, the stone can be used as a ritual implement. Symbolic of their iron conviction in the crusade, the Black Knights will never yield, nor will they ever doubt their purpose. But, yeah. Yep, sprite, or like a spirit. And here's the main prize to this area. Nice little statue. The verdigris discus. It raises defense with higher equip load. Discus made of verdigris, the corroded metal known for its heft. Pretty sure it boosts defense by 10% when you're heavy load, and then like 20% when you're overloaded. So I don't know why you want to play overloaded, because you can't really move unless you're on torrent. But 10% when you're heavy loaded, it's not that bad. Again, I'll never use it because I never plan on getting anything higher than medium load, but it's there if you want it, I guess. For a challenge run if you want. Looking at you, Iron Pineapple. Let's continue checking the peripheries. Well, yeah. I said earlier this place was isolated, but you can still get to it through other means. You just can't get out of it once you get down here. The only way out is through fast travel. So I don't think you can jump back up. I mean, it looks like it, but you have to be pretty close. Yeah, there's no way up. All right. And yeah, with that, I'll call an episode here. I'll just try to get a... yeah, this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, yep. I'll call an episode right here. Made some more progress exploring the Scadu Altus. First headed to the Church of the Crusade, where we encountered Fire Knight Queeline again, where we dispatched him once again with the Hand of Melania. Although it didn't quite go as planned, but I blame him for stopping, halfway to cast his little fireball. But nonetheless, we got it done. Got his Ash of War and a prayer room key. Then we looted the Shadow Blessings, so now we're at Blessing level 8? 9. Ooh, getting close to the soft cap, but... then we found one of Moore's Forager Brood, helped them out, got some cookbooks from him, talked with Ansbach about the cross where Mikla deposited his eye, in the singular, which is kind of creepy, but oh well. But yeah, basically like the eyes, the gate to the soul, and it's the place where grace rests and all that stuff. But and Moore thanked us for helping his brood guy with another cookbook. And then we headed. Actually, let me bring up the map. Let's do this first, and then we cleared out this little area. It took out the non-respawning headless troll ghost guy. Dropped down, cleared out the Fog Rift Fort. Whole bunch of Mesmer soldiers and a Black Knight boss who gave us his great shield. Though I wanted his little tongue Ash of War, or his, I'm going to call it the aspect of the Crucible tongue, but you can't get in the game, so it's sad, fairly sad. But beat him, did some more drop downs. I think there was one, I want to say I'm trying to think where it is. Drop down here. We got some stuff. There's another one over here where we got the Karian sorcery sword. I think we dropped down again here to get over here to get the another Starlight Shard. Though I'm not quite sure what the quote intended way to get over here. I want to say it's through the little building where you get this sorcery sword, but the wall seemed a bit too high to jump, and it's considered inside Castle Ensis, so it's a legacy dungeon, which means you can't use torrent. I wonder if light load has a higher jump. I wonder if you'll be able to jump higher with light load. You might. Could try it out, but we already got what we needed, so I'm not going to try it. What else did we do? Oh, and then we took the teleporter to here, where we fought a divine bird warrior guy. Not too bad. He does have some new moves, so I wasn't quite prepared for it as I should have been. But in the end, we got it done, so we're good. He does respawn, so it is a good place to get the bird warrior armor set. It has like a different, he has different armor than the, well, obviously different armor, but he's probably your earliest chance to get that armor set. 'Cause I think he drops all of it. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he does. Yep, and then we picked up the Verdigris Discus, which I'll never use because I don't go into heavy or overloaded. And that's it. Enough. I mean, not a whole lot, but it was enough. It was quite a bit. I would say a good chunk of the Scadu Altus. Next episode is we'll go back here and then swing south. Probably head this way. So I know there's another Forge or Brood guy over here somewhere. There's like a prawn in here. A whole bunch of Misbegottens in this little zone. Looks like some Mesmer soldiers probably here. There might be a way to jump up here, Spirit Spring. I think there's something up there. I'm pretty sure there is, but yeah. And then after that, we'll swing north to the Morth Ruins, clear it out, including our little duel. There's a path from the Morth Ruins down this way into Bonnie Village. We should be able to clear out Bonnie Village proper, and probably over here. And that's probably as far as we'll go. I'm pretty sure once you cross the second bridge here and start heading this way is a trigger point for Bicula to break a rune, or to break his great rune, which will progress the NPCs forward. I'm not quite ready to do that just yet. But so With ruins, then we'll do Bonnie Village. I think there's another jail down here, which we'll do. And then after that, we'll probably swing this way? Yeah, 'cause I think there's a red bear boss over here. And we'll probably check this out. Yeah, I wouldn't go too far this way into the camp, because I think once you get about here, I want to say, is when Mikola breaks his Great Rune. There's another trigger point for him to do that. It's in here somewhere. So you just got to be careful. And there is another path under here this way, which will take us to this little area down here, as well as this little chunk up here. Yeah, we still have quite a ways to go. Try to do as much as I can before I break the rune. In fact, we'll probably, once we're ready to break the rune, we'll actually go this way and go to the closest grace in the castle, or into the Shadow Keep. The first one up here, wherever it is. And then we'll swing this way and clear out this little area and do Ymir's quest line. And that's gonna be a fun one. But yep, that's the plan. Just go back here, go south, and then swing up. Yep, I like it. But that will be for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.